Tragedy was averted today when an assassination attempt on Taiwanese President Ronald Sung proved unsuccessful. Government spokesmen say the president was warned about the attempt earlier this week by an anonymous source, which convinced him to wear a bulletproof vest during his speech. The president was taken to Taipei City Hospital, where doctors describe his condition as shaken but stable. News of the president's survival was not enough to quell riots that broke out shortly after the attack. Police say instigators within the crowd convinced spectators that the attack was part of a Chinese plot, which sparked the riot that has so far killed 23 people. More organized crime violence on the Taipei subway system tonight. Police say that a drug courier was attacked by members of a rival gang in an effort to destabilize the Triad Underground in Taipei. No civilians were hurt in the battle, but several men identified as Chinese nationals were among the slain.
Coalition forces report sporadic outbreaks of violence across the Middle East, believed.
The president's survival. On the outskirts of the city, allegedly in a daring daytime raid.
Welcome to Moscow, Mike. How do you like your new apartment?
Nice digs. I see where all that Black Ops funding really goes now.
Invoking Alpha Protocol does have its upside.
Jealous.
Of you freezing your butt off in Moscow? Not so much.
Well, as long as you're not taking a vacation on a beach in the Southern Hemisphere.
I'm afraid that's classified, Agent Thornton. All right, down to business then. Do you have a plan of attack for Moscow?
I've got a few leads from Saudi to follow up on. We'll see where those take me.
Sounds like a solid plan. What will you follow up on first?
Not sure yet. The missile launchers were moved through Leningradsky Station. There might be intel there. I've also got a CIA informant codenamed Grigory, and a mob underboss called Lazo.
Finding those missiles is important, although more information would be helpful. But from his file, Grigory looks like the type who would sell information about you to interested parties. Lazo might be able to provide some leads too.
Plus, they might be able to tell me what bars and strip joints I should hit while I'm here.
If you're trying to make me jealous...
I'm an international super spy. I have obligations.
Just call when you have anything new, hotshot.
appreciate the gesture, but Hong sure could have gotten me a real sword.
Tragedy was averted today when an assassination attempt on Taiwanese President Ronald Sung proved unsuccessful. Government spokesmen say the president was warned about
It's
the attempt
signed
earlier
Good
this
Times,
week by an
Stephen
anonymous
Heck.
source, which convinced him to
Yeah.
wear a bulletproof vest during his speech. The president was taken to Taipei City Hospital, where doctors described his condition as shaken but stable. News of the president's survival was not enough to quell riots that broke out shortly after the attack. Police say instigators within the crowd convinced spectators that the attack was part of a Chinese plot, which sparked the riot that has so far killed 23 people.
Tragic news for dog lovers. The latest target of scammers are online puppy buyers, those seeking the comfort of canine companionship via the internet.
Many organizations have received complaints from buyers who have been taken in by multiple false claims, including the dreaded Nigerian pet scam, and lost hundreds of dollars.
Consumers have been asked not to trust any pictures of puppies they are sent. According to the Humane Society, just because you receive a picture from someone on the web does not necessarily mean that thing is real. Sobering news.
More organized crime violence on the Taipei subway system tonight. Police say that a drug courier was attacked by members of a rival gang in an effort to
Probably didn't need to
destabilize
take his
the
glass
trial
eye as a
around
trophy, but
Taipei.
ears are
No
so
civilians were
passé.
in the battle, but several men identified as Chinese nationals were among the slain.
Coalition forces report sporadic outbreaks of violence across the Middle East, believed to be part of a power struggle between rival terrorist organizations.
Army spokesman Colonel J. Robert Powers tells INN that a suspected Al-Samad terrorist training camp on the outskirts of Jisan was destroyed yesterday, allegedly in a daring daytime raid by members of the Al-Ta'ir sect.
Coalition forces report sporadic outbreaks of violence across the Middle East, believed to be part of a power struggle between rival terrorist organizations.
Army spokesman Colonel J. Robert Powers tells INN that a suspected Al-Samad terrorist training camp on the outskirts of Jisan was destroyed yesterday, allegedly in a daring daytime raid by members of the Al-Ta'ir sect. Chinese government officials today announced that the People's Republic would issue sanctions against any nation recognizing Taiwan as an independent state.
The Chinese have always held the official position that Taiwan is merely a breakaway province. But with Taiwanese President Ronald Sung's calls for official separation from the mainland, Chinese officials are growing nervous.
When asked what form economic sanctions might take, the Chinese ambassador to the United States said, quote, "We will take all actions deemed necessary." Subway system tonight. Police say that a drug courier was attacked by members of a rival gang. J. Robert Power.
Ah, Michael Thornton. Welcome to Moscow. You are fresh from Taipei, yes? Terrible thing, the attempt on Sun's life. Very bad assassin. Or very smart president.
There were losses and gains for a few people, which is why I'm here.
I feel honored. Your first time in Moscow, and I am your first stop. What brings Michael Thornton, world traveler, to this humble bar?
I wanted to ask you some questions about Halbeck and the weapons they've been smuggling through Moscow.
You are here conducting an investigation. Very interesting.
In a sense, yes. Halbeck's involved in serious arms trafficking violations, and I want to stop them.
Interfering in such things is dangerous in Moscow. But you must know this.
I'll take my chances.
Of course, you're on a mission, and this is a matter of national, international security. I can help you, but such information will not come cheaply.
I'm a little short on funds right now. I don't think I can meet your price.
That is too bad. My price still stands, however.
You're not getting rid of me that easily. I'll keep coming by until I get what I want.
And what will that accomplish? Except perhaps to irritate me.
When I cause enough trouble for Halbeck and their contacts here, and I will, I have a track record with this, they're gonna wonder who I've been talking to.
Ah, I see.
Not as charming as I'd like, but I'm willing to leave you alone, in exchange for some answers.
Very well. What do you wish to know?
Stopping the missile shipment is my top priority. What was their destination?
That is a difficult question, but I know someone who would know the answer. There is a man, Sergei Surkov. He runs several businesses in Moscow. He may know who Halbeck is dealing with.
Sergei Surkov. Running a check on the name now. We're getting a lot of hits. He shouldn't be hard to find. Although judging from his contact list, figuring out where his next appointment is could take some time.
Alright, I think I can wait a little longer. And there's a few other leads I'd like to track down.
You were planning to investigate Leningradsky station, yes? Maybe you can do me a favor.
A favor?
Your American missiles are not the only cargo that comes through the station. If you go, maybe you could divert these shipments, accidentally, of course.
What, you mean change the shipping labels? And me without my label maker.
It is more simple than that. The box destination is stenciled on the side, but it is a code. Change it with a marker, and the boxes will end up somewhere else. To a friend of ours who will be happy to reimburse us. Maybe do a little business with you.
I'll think about it.
What more can an old man ask for?
Tragedy was averted today when an assassination attempt on Taiwanese President Ronald Sung proved unsuccessful. Government spokesmen say the president was warned about the attempt earlier this week by an anonymous source, which convinced him to wear a bulletproof vest during his speech. The president was taken to Taipei City Hospital, where doctors describe his condition as shaken but stable. News of the president's survival was not enough to quell riots that broke out shortly after the attack.
Forces report sporadic outbreaks of violence.
On Taiwanese President Ronald Sung. Forces report sporadic outbreaks of violence across the Middle East, believed to be part of a power struggle between rival terrorist organizations. Army spokesman Colonel J. Taiwan as a during his speech.
Must be a small army out there.
Come out, or I'll shoot through those boxes you're crouching behind.
Wouldn't want that.
You must be that American agent I've heard so much about.
A little bird told you that?
Grigori is no bird, darling. You should be careful who you speak to. Here to catch a train?
No, missed my stop and got off at the wrong station.
That is true, yes. But we should talk. I do not want to shoot you, as I only have so many bullets.
Could have fooled me.
Them? They didn't take many bullets. You, I'm not so sure it would be as easy. I propose a deal. I am here for the same reason you are, to find this Halbech train. We work together, we both get what we want.
Sounds intriguing, but I'd need to read the fine print.
You stay out of the way of my men. They will not shoot you.
Oh, so you're here with someone already? Well, that makes things awkward.
This station is heavily guarded. We can help each other reach the train. If you cross us, it will only be trouble for you.
Well, considering you have the drop on me, then I understand your terms, yes.
Not a yes, but it is perhaps the best I can expect. We shall see what the future holds then. But for now, it seems we have visitors.
Looks like I've walked into the middle of a turf war.
Hope you're not planning on getting involved.
I do not have much choice.
Just remember why you're here, Mike.
Just hacked a security system, but not sure what it was for.
Looks like it's unlocked some doors to the neighboring building. Watch out, Mike. I'm picking up movement on that water tower.
Great. Snipers on the tower. I'm in, and I've discovered where the weapons are going.
Upload the data. I'll pass it along to the authorities.